Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I want to talk to you today about emergency checklists, why we use them in flying, and how they can help us as self-defenders.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
If you have watched active self-protection for any significant amount of time, you have heard me start to use some checklists. Particularly, you probably hear me use the follow-up checklist of tap ifs all the time, right? Threat down, did I hit him, did I need to shoot him again? Accomplices, does he have any accomplices I need to deal with? Partner, is my partner okay? Injuries, am I injured, am I okay? Firearm, is my firearm in working condition? Second F is follow up. What do I need to do next to make myself safer? And then finally, seek help to call it in and get somebody else on the way. That is tap ifs. Helps us organize our thoughts and not have to consider what it is we need to do. We just go to the next thing on the checklist. We do the same thing in flying. I got that from flying, and I want to tell you about kind of the big one is that we talk about the ABCs of an engine out. In a single engine airplane like this little Cessna 172 I'm flying, your biggest and most likely problem, it's not a likely problem by any definition, but the most likely problem you're going to have is that your engine quits, right? These engines they're designed in the 1940s, honestly. It's I believe a Lycoming O320. It's ancient technology, and super reliable. But, I mean, stuff happens, right? Like, you can end up doing bad things. So, what we do is that if, God forbid, our engine goes out, we have to...
American 520, contact Phoenix approach 128.65.
12865, American 520.
And we usually call it the ABCs. So if your engine goes out, it's A, airspeed. You set your airspeed to your best glide. B, find the best place to land right now. C, run your checklists to see if you can get your engine started again. Maybe you just ran out of gas like a doofus. Then D, declare your emergency. So then, talk to whoever it is you're talking to see if you can get any help getting into some airspace. All right, E, we make an exit procedure. We make exit considerations. We know that, hey, we're going to have to hit the ground. We do the things we need to do to be able to get out of the...
Albuquerque 10 officer, 8624, 8000.
Then F, fire prevention. So we do that by pulling our mixture, make sure there's no gas going into the engine. We turn our magneto...
November 1 Bravo Charlie, contact Phoenix approach 124.9er.
Phoenix on 124.9, good day, 1 Bravo Charlie.
So the 3 M's.
Show 6175, 13 for 210.
3 M's, mixture magnetos and master switch. That keeps the fires from happening. Then G is a ground get away from the airplane, a plan for the ground. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's what we do. And then that way, we're not having to think, oh, what do I do next? What do I do next? Well, we do.
Albuquerque 10 officer, 8624, 8000.
We do our ABCs. Then we start thinking about what's next, and we do them in order. So same thing with tap ifs. Same thing with the other acronyms that we talk about that are for us to organize our thoughts. We put them in our head, we drill them, we practice them, so then that way we can execute them in the moment. And that's incredibly important because you don't have time to think when you are in a gunfight, gosh, what should I be doing next? And instead, you want to just go do it. And then when you go, what's my follow-up checklist? Threat down, accomplices, partner, hey, are you okay? Injuries, God, oh, geez, I wouldn't even thought of that. Am I injured? So that gives you an organizing thought. I learned that.
Center American 2053 at a 312, descend by the driver 1 arrival, or ping 1 arrival.
I learned that in the airplane and learning how to fly. So if you might have noticed that, hey, John actually, he started using that tap ifs in the last 2 years. We call that a clue, friends. So it's something that I learned flying the airplane. So those acronyms, I really encourage you. People say, well, you're never going to do that stuff in the moment. You're not going to if you don't practice it, that's for sure. Which is why, as a pilot, we practice those things all the time in the air, and we practice them on the ground, and we drill them, and we go over them. We do what we call chair flying them. So then that way, when the event actually happens, God forbid it ever does, but if it does, you are prepared for it, and you know how to get it done. Guys, I sure hope that helps you in your self-defense today.